Hello everybody. Today we are going to talk about what the biggest lie is that so many people believe is that when something bad happens, it's because God allowed it or because He caused it. And it is one of the biggest lies, hurting God's character and making people believe that He is evil. People are saying if someone dies that it was God, that God caused their death. It's different things like that. And we're going to talk about how the evil in this world, the bad things in this world are not from God. They're from the enemy. And it all started with Adam, the fall of Adam. God never intended the world to be like this. And so we're going to talk about how God is good, and the good things in this life, the good things that you see, the good things that happen are from Him. We're going to find out, we're going to prove that it's a lie. The reason the devil wants you to believe that everything that happens is because of God is because he knows if you reach out to God or you pray, when you pray, that powerful things happen. When you speak God's word and you count on God and you believe in Him, amazing things happen. Things change, lives change, people get healed, you get healed, and He doesn't want that to happen. So He wants you to believe that all bad things come from God, and it's not true. The first proof I have that God only causes the good in this world is when Jesus came. He only did good. He healed the sick. He went around healing people all the time. So many times in the Bible, it says He healed them all. Not once did He put a sickness on somebody. Not once did He tell somebody, oh, I don't think you've been good enough. Or I think you've made too many mistakes, so I'm not going to heal you. Not once. The second proof I have that God doesn't cause the evil in this world is we are not robots. God does not force us to do the right thing. He gives us His word, the Bible, and tells us the things that are right to do. But He does not force us to do those things. He gives us free will. In Genesis 1:26 through 28, the verse says, "Then God said, let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over the cattle, over all the earth, and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth." God entrusted us with authority over the earth. He gave the earth to us, and He gave us authority. And He does not force us. Let's say we're going to a stop sign. He doesn't say, you better stop. He gave us His word, and He let us know the good things and the things that we should do. And we have a choice whether we follow those things or not. He does not force us to love Him. He does not force us to do what the right things are. He gives us a choice. The biggest problem came because we gave our authority to the devil in the Garden of Eden. When Adam sinned, this was the first time the devil tricked us into thinking God wasn't good and that He was holding something out on us, or that God didn't care for us, or that we would have better if we didn't listen to God. It was the first time that the devil tricked us into thinking that. And this is when sin entered the world. This is when evil entered the world, is when this happened, because God never intended the world to be like this. And later on, we see the murder of Cain murdered Abel. And this was a very evil thing. And it doesn't say anything about God allowing Cain to kill Abel, or God causing Cain to kill Abel. It it said, in fact, in Genesis 4:10, God asked Cain, "What have you done? What have you done?" God didn't want this to happen. God did not promote this. God wanted the good things for Cain too. Cain chose different though. It was Cain's free will. In Genesis 4:9, God even asked Cain, "Where is Abel? Where is he?" So it shows that this was not something God chose to happen. And the most amazing thing to me is God even protected the first murderer on earth, because Cain murdered Abel, and then God told him he was going to have to wander the earth because of what he had done. And Cain was, "Oh no, I don't. Someone's going to kill me now because of this." And God had mercy on him, and he told him, "I will protect you. And if anybody does murder you or tries to murder you, they will have vengeance on them sevenfold." And that was in Genesis 4:11 through 12, I think, where God was talking with Cain about what was going to happen because of what he did, and God protected him. And this shows what a loving God that he really is. Then next, Cain's great-great-great-grandson killed a man for wounding him. So in Genesis 4:24, his name was Lamech, and he said that God would protect him 77-fold because he protected Cain sevenfold. So now he was even protected more for what he did, and that was not what God intended to happen. He was granting mercy on Cain for what he did, and Lamech and other people started taking advantage of God's mercy and his kindness and his love. And there began to be a lot of evil in this world. A lot of people were starting to choose things. In fact, God finally said, he was sorry and so sad that he even created man. It didn't say God caused the evil in the world. It didn't say that God allowed the evil in the world. It said God's heart was hurt because of the things that man had chosen to do and was choosing to do. Now for proof number 2. So proof number 2 is in Luke 9. Some Samaritans rejected Jesus, and James and John asked Jesus, "Do you want us to call fire down from heaven and destroy them?" And Jesus rebuked them, and he said, but he turned and he rebuked them. He said, "You do not know what manner of spirit you are of. For the Son of Man did not come to destroy men's lives, but instead he came to save them." That shows the character of God, that Jesus is the character of God. He shows that how loving he is and how he came to save us. Another example, this could be number three. Another example is in John 8, where some people brought a woman who was caught in adultery to Jesus, and they wanted to stone her to death. And Jesus was writing on the ground with his finger, and he said, "He who is without sin, let him throw the first stone." So he helped her, and then he helped her stop from getting killed. And she said, and then he told her, he said, "Go, do not sin anymore." And he sent her on her way. So he protected her. He helped save her. Remember, it took a long time before God put the law into place. It was about 2,500 years from when Adam and Eve were created, before he put the law into place. And there was a series of things going on. Even right before the flood, God was just very sad about how he said that all the thoughts of man were of evil and not good. And this wasn't his plan. He never had this for a plan. This is definitely not a harsh and angry God. So many people portray him as angry and you better watch out or you're gonna make him mad. But if he was so angry and so mad, why didn't he just kill Cain when Cain killed Abel? Or why didn't he kill Lamech right away when he killed? He actually showed mercy, and he was so loving that man took advantage of his love and mercy. And there was too much evil in the world because of it. So there's overwhelming proof that the evil in this world is not caused by God. It is caused by the fall of Adam and what happened when people started deciding to go their own way instead of following God's ways. So the reason that the enemy, the devil, wants you to think that God is harsh and angry and evil, that he causes the evil in this world, is because he doesn't want you to reach out to him. He wants you to think if someone in your family died or something bad happened, that was from God. That was what God wanted. And that is the last thing he wanted. So if he wanted us to live by the law, then he would have put the law in place when he created Adam and Eve. He would have said, okay, if you do any of these things wrong, then you're gonna get zapped. But he didn't do that. He didn't put the law in place until later on, much farther down the road, when people were taking advantage of his mercy and love. And that's when he had to put the law in place. And so don't fall for the devil's lies, because he knows that God can help you and God will make your life better. He only wants good for you. So that's why he wants to make you believe that God is harsh and angry and mad at you. And it's nothing but lies. It says in Jeremiah 31:3, yes, I have loved you with an everlasting love. Therefore, with loving kindness, I have drawn you. Believe in his love. Believe he loves you so deeply, and that he wants to be there for you, and he can change your life. Run to him. Believe in him, because he's amazing.